In this video, I'm going to be showing you my full updated curly hair routine from start to finish. I've already washed my hair, but we're going to start with styling. I'm going to show you how I section my hair, what products I use, and then the full diffusing process, and then how I finish it off and make sure it lasts as long as possible. If you're new here, my name's Sophie Marie and this channel is all about embracing your natural curls. Just for reference, my hair is naturally curly. It is color treated. The curl pattern is, I'd say 3A to 3B. Since I've got it cut anyway, it's got a little bit tighter and curlier. When it's really grown out and it's sort of weighed down a little bit, it can be slightly looser. My hair is medium density, as in the amount of hair I have on my head, and my individual strands, I would say, are between fine to medium thickness. Anyway, let's get straight into the routine. Okay, this is what we're dealing with. My hair's still actually wet because I've already washed it, and I actually went in with two new products. I've used them a few times now. It's the Fenty hair range. So I went in with the Fenty hair moisture repair shampoo, and then I went in with the moisture repair conditioner. I was slightly nervous about these products before I went in with them because I just got the impression they were going to be very moisture heavy just based on the marketing. Sometimes I don't do well with that. My hair, even though I have medium density and my hair is quite curly, I still prefer lighter products. I find that my hair gets really weighed down easily, and I think it's because my individual strands are on the finer side. But my experience was great both times with these products. I found the shampoo to give me a really thorough cleanse. My hair feels super clean right now. And the conditioner gave me such good slip when it came to detangling. My knots came out like butter. And the smell of this line is incredible. It's a whole experience. So yeah, I do really recommend these. These were kindly gifted to me from Fenty Hair. I start all of my routines soaking wet. This really helps me with frizz. So we're gonna re-wet the hair down. Since I've gotten out the shower, it started to dry very quickly because it's so hot today. Also, these Flairosol bottles are so handy in the heat because you can just literally spray your face. Okay, my hair is fully wet now. I've just put on this microfiber towel with a little clip to keep it in place, just so I don't completely soak my clothes. The first thing I'm going in with is a little bit of heat protectant. This is from Curlsmith. It's their Miracle Shield. I love it because it's got a little bit of protein in it as well, so it helps my curls bounce up, but it's great at protecting your hair in the sun. So I basically use this spray. It's really lightweight, just to kind of help detangle and make sure my hair is smooth for brush styling. I do detangle fully with conditioner in the shower, but if you've let your hair dry before styling, sometimes it can tangle up a little bit again. And the brush I'm using is the Tangle Teaser. It's the naturally curly one. I use it to detangle, but I also love using it to brush style, which I'll show you in a minute, because it's really good at providing that tension you need to help your curls clump up. Now I finished detangling, I'm gonna go in with a curl cream. You can either go in with a leave-in conditioner or a cream, or if you feel like you need both, you can go in with both. I typically find that a cream is a little bit more sculpting, like often a curl cream has more defining properties. Sometimes they're really similar, sometimes they're not. So it really does depend on the brand. The curl cream I'm going in with today is the Aussie Work That Curl Cream. I'm going in with this much to start. So I realized recently, you might have seen in my previous video, where I was talking about having moisture overload and weigh down. I think I've been using too much product. So this is what I'm going in to start. I find this cream quite lightweight, to be honest. So I do find I can go quite heavy with it, but we're gonna just start with this amount first. And I'm just raking it all the way through. This feels really nice and smooth now. I would recommend just brushing this through anyway, even though your hair is detangled, more because you want to evenly distribute the product. This is really gonna help you with frizz. If your hair has started to dry by this point, start spraying it down with water again, especially if it's really hot, it might be drying up quickly. This is gonna help you with definition and smoothing frizz. It's really gonna help you out with the end result. Now what I'm doing is just raking my hair like this, and I'm just making sure I'm kind of dislodging it from being flat to my scalp. This is going to be the key to helping us section easily. For that first section, you're going to take your index fingers and you're going to loop them through your hair and make sure that those index fingers meet in the middle. From here, you're going to slightly put one finger over the other to sort of dislodge and create that section. Now I'm just locking it in with a claw clip. Now I'm going in with that second section and we're doing the exact same thing. We're going in with our index fingers, crafting the section and locking it in with a claw clip. I'm doing 2 sections in total here, but this will differ. If you feel like you have so much hair, you can definitely create more. Here is where I've changed a few things up a bit as part of my updated routine. Because it's summer right now, my hair is frizzing up a lot more. I'm brushing my gel through. I make sure that I only brush gels through if they're quite smooth on the hair. If they're very tacky and extremely sticky, I won't do that because that can cause a bit of breakage and friction. So make that judgment yourself. I don't want you ripping your hair out, but I've been brushing through this souffle. You can use this as a single styler, which I have done, but I love it with these products that I've just used. So I'm going in with about that much on that bottom section, and I'm going to just smooth this over first and brush it. And what I like to do is I take my brush in big sections and I make sure the hair's all the way through to the back of the brush. I put my index finger on the top and I gently push like that, and I'm kind of going away from my face and rotating the brush. When I get to the end, I put my fingers here and I just shake and it clumps the hair up really nicely. And then I've got one more section left on this side. I'm doing the same thing, pushing away, rotating the brush with some gentle tension, taking my hand. That just helps the curls bounce up. Now we're going to do the other side. Same thing. Brushing, rotating the brush, shake, and the same thing here. If I just left it like that and went on to the next section, my hair would dry in big curl clumps. I prefer the look of having more individual curls all the way around my head, and my natural curl width is slightly smaller. So I take a comb, this is the one I like, it's from Boots, it's just called their Basics Detangle Comb, and I just divide the section like that. I'm doing the whole side at once, and it doesn't ruin anything, it just simply divides it. And now obviously the gel's already in, so just scrunch with your hand. You can add a little bit more gel at the end, we might do that. And our first section is done. Okay, now with these 2 sections, I'm actually going to brush style them forward over my face. You don't have to do this, I do have tutorials where you're just doing it back, but I find this easier, especially as my hair gets longer, because I can actually focus on what's in front of me rather than struggling styling the back. This is essentially the flip section method, which is my method that I came up with that helps you get maximum definition and volume on your wash day by styling your hair in sections flipped over. I know it's not for everyone. If you don't want to flip over, you can refer to other videos I have. I'll link one up here. But if you don't mind being flipped over slightly or having just your hair in front of you, then try this one out. So I'm going to take this first section. So we've got this one still to go, but I'm taking this section nearest to my face first. I wet it down a bit if it needs it. I'm just going to section this off one more time. I think I put too much in this top section. As you can see, look, that's quite thin. And then this is quite large. Taking our gel, going in with that much. I'm going to smooth it all over the section. Make sure to really get this bit here. For me, that's where I get a lot of frizz. Kind of taking half at once. And I'm doing the same thing I did before, but I'm just brushing, rotating this way. With my index finger, pressing, giving gentle tension, rotating the brush, doing the same thing with my hand and shaking. And you can see it really helps those curls spring up. Doing the same thing here. As you can see, they're going into mega clumps, and that's going to do that dry. So I'm going to go in with the comb and it separates it really nicely. Scrunch. I still had a little bit gel left on my hands actually. Okay, now we're going, I know I look a bit ridiculous, but trust me, it's worth it. Now we're going in with this next section. Let me go a bit further down on my chair. If it starts to dry, have your water nearby. A little bit of gel. Again, if you get really frizzy roots, just focus it quite close. You don't need to go directly to the scalp, but go close enough and then take your brush to just distribute that. Now, if you don't have too much hair, you could probably do it in one go like this. If you have a bit more hair, you could divide it like that, twist the part that you're not using yet so it doesn't get confused, and focus on this side. We're doing exactly the same thing, but this time we're not going to let go of it. You'll see what I mean. So put your hand here. Your hand is the divider. Go straight in with the comb. So make sure everything's in front of you. And just comb through, and you can let it fall now on top of that other section. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing with this twist. Same thing, using your hand as the divider, shake, go in with a comb. That separates so nicely. And now you can just scrunch this whole bit if you like. It doesn't matter if you scrunch them together. And now we're going straight in with our final section. This routine's really going to help you with curl at the root if that's something you struggle with. This routine gives me so much volume and so much definition. I'm going to do the same thing again, and I'm going to twist this bit to keep it out of the way. Get our gel, coat this section. The same thing, get as close to the root as you can. Put your hand in there, brush through. Don't take your hand away yet because we're going straight in with the comb. Comb forward. Now we're taking this section. Gonna take some gel, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Get your hand or your finger and then just gently press. Keep your hand there. Take your comb. I just like to shake it a little bit like this, just to pull it away from the root, and then scrunch. If you had an additional volume mousse or something you wanted to use, or a foam, I would go in and do that now on this section, like just scrunch that all in before we flip up. This is how I flip up without getting all of this stuck. I take my hands and I glide them into the roots of this section that's been brushed forward. Shake them, and now we're gonna flip back and we're gonna make sure that our hands remain there while we flip, like that. I'm going to show you the back and I'm going to gently remove. And now you just want to shake. You can use your hands a bit to just shake the root if needed, but that's actually worked so nicely. Now this is the point when you can just look at your hair and assess it and make sure you're kind of happy with how it looks. By that I mean, if it's very frizzy, maybe you need to go in with some more gel, for example, and a little bit of water. But we're not redoing our whole head. It's just like, this is the time if there's a tiny little thing you want to perfect. From here, it is time to micro-plop. This is going to really help us reduce our drying time when it comes to diffusing. So I'm just taking the towel that's already around my neck, but you can use a cotton t-shirt, just something that's really soft, that's not going to cause extra frizz. And I just gently scrunch the hair. I kind of lift this section as well to do it. And now you can see the curls are so nice and defined, no frizz. And now it's time to diffuse. One of my favorite hacks to reduce frizz in the drying process is putting a satin scarf or silk scarf around your neck. Because when your hair is brushing against you, it's not going to cause any friction or anything. I'm just going to tie this. If I want to get my hair dried fast, no messing around, just get it done. This is the diffuser I'm using. It's from Curlsmith. They did gift this to me as part of a previous collab, and this is an incredible diffuser. You've seen me use it so many times. I love it because the bowl is so big and the prongs, look how long they are. This means you can really get to the root and just kind of help lift that hair up, giving your hair more body and volume overall. Because of the long prongs as well, it really helps dry those roots quicker. That for me is the longest part of diffusing, is getting my roots to dry. So I really love that, and it really helps you get the back of the hair. What I do is I like to pinch the hair and just kind of focus on my layers here. This is going to ensure that I've got that body and volume all over my hair, that my hair's not just drying flat against my scalp. When it comes to the ends, what I like to do is cup my hair at the ends and actually use the diffuser bowl on the side. I find this way I don't really get those wonky curl ends as much, and it actually kind of dries my hair quicker. I always make sure to flip my hair from side to side when I'm diffusing. I just feel like that helps give it a flexible parting. And when I've got a flexible parting, it means I have kind of more volume overall. I'm not restricted to one specific side part or middle part. I can kind of just wear my hair however I want throughout the week. I'm using medium speed and low heat to start, but then if I start to get a little bit impatient, just being honest here, I will just go up to high heat just to get it done. Also guys, great news, but we just hit 100,000 curl friends on this channel. I couldn't be more grateful for all of you. I'm so happy that you've decided to subscribe and that you find my content valuable, and I just could not be more grateful, honestly. I absolutely love making content on here, and YouTube has honestly changed my life in so many ways, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you that comment and support my channel. I would love to know in the comments when you found me and what has been the most helpful thing that I've shared for you and what's made you stick around. But yeah, I'm so excited for the next chapter and so happy to have so many people tuning in and supporting the channel. Okay, we are pretty much dry. My hair is feeling very crispy, which is a good sign. It means we've got a gel cast in the hair, and we're gonna scrunch that out with a little bit of oil just to get the softness back into the hair. Hopefully you can see me okay in this lighting. I just had to move the camera a bit because it's really sunny and it was just right in my eyes over there. Anyway, we're going in with the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil, seriously one of my favorite oils. So I just go in with about 3 to 4 taps of this oil. So I just tap the bottom of the bottle and we're basically just scrunching out that gel crunchy cast in the hair. I kind of flip my hair while doing this, just try to make sure I get all of the crunchy curls. Now I go in with this pick. This is a new one actually that I've received from Tangle Teaser, and it's so good because they're so long. You can really get in there. And I just glide it like that and lift it. And it just helps stack the curls a bit more. Okay, these are the finished results. What do you think? So much definition. I can't actually see very well, by the way, because I normally wear glasses, but then lights reflect in them, which is why I don't wear them while I'm filming. Also, I'm loving the shape that I recently got cut into my hair. I've got these face framers here, but as you saw, I didn't style any differently. I don't put any particular attention into the face framers, but I just style them backwards and let them fall naturally, and for me, it gives the most natural look. I think my hair will expand a little bit more throughout the day because if you know, you know, but when you diffuse your hair, even when you think it's 100% dry, it's not dry. It will continue to dry probably over the next 24 hours. But to take it one step further, we're gonna go in with the Flawless Finish hairspray from Curlsmith. So good at making sure your curls last. Obviously the oil from Olaplex is really gonna help with that, and that's kind of added a bit of shine as well. But this is gonna just completely lock everything in now. I shake it well first, and then I just spray all over. Get the back. And I think we're done. I'm so happy with my results. They're defined, they're voluminous, they feel nice and soft, they don't feel crunchy, and they're gonna last me, which is the main thing. We don't wanna have to do this routine every day. The whole point is putting the effort in once a week or twice a week for your curls to last as long as possible. If you're really struggling with preserving your curls overnight, check out this video here. This is exactly how I pin my hair up so that it lasts the whole week. And if you want a good refresh routine, because that's something you just typically need day to day, check out this video here. I recently did one and it took under 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you liked it. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for 100k subscribers. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. If you like my content, please make sure to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.